students, so today we're going to be working on the Heating, Land, and Water Lab. So we're going to start out with a jar of water, and this one's actually pretty easy to do at home. So what you'll do is you'll start out with a jar of water that is at room temperature. Okay, so you can see there's water in here. It's about 72.3 degrees in there, and that's in Fahrenheit. And then the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to keep track of time as we go through this. We've got about 10 minutes that we're going to be recording for. So you're going to record your data on a chart like this, and we want our initial temperature of each of these two things. So 72.3 is what we start with, okay? And then, well, 72.1 apparently. It just ticked down on me. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and apply some sunshine to that in the form of a lamp. So I'm just going to put this lamp really close down to the water, like that, and we're going to go ahead and turn that on. Ooh, bright. And we're just going to let that go. And so I've got a stopwatch right here that we're going to keep track of the time on. And every minute we're going to figure out how much this water has changed in temperature, okay? So one thing I want to do is I want to make sure that that is up in the middle of the water instead of hanging down at the bottom. Now we've got about 10 seconds, and then we're going to look at our temperature and see if it has raised any. And I really like, this is just a meat thermometer from my house. I really like this because it gives me the temperature in, gives me the a decimal point on it, okay? So, and you can see the difference in temperature from down low to up high. So I'm going to stop our stopwatch right there. We're going to take a reading, and it looks like we've got 72.3 up in the middle of the water. So I will record that on my there, and then I'll just start it again and wait another minute. So I'm going to let you just, we're going to pause right there, and I'll show you the results after I'm done with the 10 minutes. Okay, so here's a check-in on our lab situation. We are at 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes now. And as you can see, the water has not changed very much. So we've gotten up to 72.5, and now we're at 8 minutes, and we're still hanging tight at 72.5. And you'll notice this, that the water does not change very quickly. And that's to be expected. If you remember back to our water cycle unit, we said that one of the special properties of water is that it keeps its temperature really well, which is good for us. As humans, we need that. We need water to stay consistent. So we'll just keep on keeping on with this lab. Okay, so it looks like we have stabilized our temperature at about 71.7 for our starting temperature for our dirt. So we're going to fill that in as 71.7. And then we're going to go ahead and get the heat onto our dirt here. We'll just set that right over the top of that and turn that on and get this started. And we will check back as soon as we have numbers for you. Okay, so as you can see in this chart, you can see that the water and the dirt started out at basically the same temperature, but the dirt temperature, as we added energy, heat energy to it, it rose much quicker than the water. So the next task in this lab is to take your data table and make it into a graph. So you're going to want to put temperature on your y-axis, and this is going to be in degrees Fahrenheit, okay? And then down here along your x-axis, you're going to have your minutes of heat applied, okay? And so the divisions on this one are pretty straightforward. You should probably start out at about 71.5 degrees right here. So 71.5 on your temperature scale, okay? And then I would count up by twos, or 0.2. So 71.7, 71.9, 72.1. I didn't leave myself enough room there, so this would be 72.3, 72.5, 72.7. I think you get the idea, so I would just keep numbering these all the way up there. If you find that you don't have enough, you can always adjust your scale, because we've got to get clear up to 74.6 to accommodate for the temperature that the dirt got to. So maybe we would count better, maybe it would be better if we counted by 0.3 on this side over here. So make your graph the best you can. Make sure that your graph has a title. So you'll make a title for your graph up here. You'll also have your x-axis and your x-axis and your y-axis labeled. And then make sure that your data takes up both of as much of the room that you have on the graph as possible. And then also do a key over here so that we know which line is water and which line is dirt. And personally, I think it's easiest to use a colored pencil for this one, so just do like water blue and dirt red. But either one of those will work. So I hope this helps you to accomplish the Heating, Land, and Water Lab. Bye!